Yo, welkom by Parma Deux, the podcast. Dankie aan Addo Brew Co vir die befokte bier. Dis moer lekker. Ons het vanaand Dean, Skiri, Pensy, Makawane, Ross, Simpson, Bobby Blazer in die huis. Een van my beste vriende. Awe, ek hoop julle geniet dit. Cheers. Noot vir noot.
I gave myself a haircut.
You cut your own hair?
Yeah, I've been trying to.
Hidden talent, dude.
But I flipping gapped it here on the side. Way too much. I always complained about hairdressers, but yeah, they are a bit cuck hairdressers. Hairdressers, they like... you can never tell if it's really a bad haircut because it always grows, you know? They always can say, nah, you're going to grow into it. But that's bullcuck. They spend 2 minutes on if that, what you want, what cut you want. Even a good hairdresser, bliss or whatnot.
Brazilian strip.
Blissful. Yeah.
A Brazilian strip.
But any places, I wouldn't say there's many hairdressers that'll be like, okay, cool. Check this guy's back. Check his style that he's got. Let's give him something that works and take like 15 minutes. People will pay for that shit. You can say, listen here, your appointment's an hour. Half an hour is it research to what haircut you want. And then the other half is cutting it. For chicks and guys.
You know what's lekker about going for haircuts when you get like a little wash and a little kop massage?
Well, at the ending you say.
Maybe you gooi that in the business plan.
No, but there's not, I would say, there's not many people that do anything great anyway nowadays. It's less and less, but...
Yay, Ricky! Sorry about my dog.
I would say hairdressers are quite... I'm sure there's a lot of good ones. But they just smash it out. Men's cut 250 rand. Takes 30 minutes. You get a hair, a wash and a whatnot. And then you got a bad cut.
Just I've had some bad cuts in my life, bro. And then they cut my hair in a certain way. And then they ask me, it's happened like twice. Then they ask me if they can take a photo afterwards of my hair. After I tune them, do with it what you want. Do with my hair what you want. And you should never say that. Should you just get a clean shave or like take a picture? And then the guy cut my hair. Styling, bro. He styled me into the fucking 26th century.
Short back,
and then he took
straps,
pictures of...
GT straps.
He took pictures of my ugly mug. Or he tried to. And I know their like Instagram page thing, and I knew when he took those pictures, bruh, I'm not photogenic.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? And my pictures never made the profile, so that's how I know.
Get away with murder, those guys.
You got a funny face. Yeah. So you're cutting your own hair now?
I've been testing it out, yeah. I took a razor to it. Just a razor, this last time. And I just hacked into it. So it's a bit off balance.
Is this Sugar Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, bro.
Nice treffer.
He's still alive now. Still going.
Probably, yeah.
Let's check.
I would say. But I'd say barely.
Sugar Man. Is Rodriguez. Rodriguez. That's his name. Rodriguez.
Rodriguez Santos.
Sixto Rodriguez. Yo. American singer-songwriter. Yeah, he's still alive. He's 78 years old now.
Guy had a hard life.
Searching for Sugar Man was that movie about him that they shot in South Africa. It was pretty proper.
Yeah, it was proper.
Proper movie.
Sad though. sure he's made money now.
I think so, yeah.
Afterwards.
Ironic, actually, no. But he seems like a guy that doesn't care about that stuff.
Oh, maybe it's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, bro.
I would rather, in a way. No, I think I would. Rather than flying around the world, surfing and doing what labels and brands
Yeah.
and wearing a tight vest in competitions like they do now. It's funny. It's like modeling, not surfing. But I'd rather fucking pound nails in.
That's just rewarding, eh?
Because you're and you don't have to flipping.
Physical labor is rewarding, bro.
The world's small enough. Now you want to be famous. Unless you like that type of stuff, being famous, which I guess people do.
Only I met a handful of people that really want to be famous.
Doesn't really help anything except money if you got that's money, but doesn't seem like it does. The actors and all those people are very good because at the end of the day they flipping pretty fucked up. Suicides and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some of them with the dark side, bro. Come from fucking... And then you get put in the limelight and now all these problems get highlighted by people that don't even know you. That's a nice life.
You can't even flipping take a piss in the middle of the bush without a photographer trying to
checking you
and say, oh, now it's a whole write-up of a dude peeing.
Away Skiri. Welcome to Parma Deux episode 3. Thanks for being on the podcasting. I'm sorry for putting you on the spot with this thing. It's brand new to me as well, so I don't know what I'm doing. But I flip and look forward to chatting to you for a while. I made like a list of stuff here that I want to ask you. And I know you told me a bunch of the stories already, but would you ever go back to America? America.
Yeah, we want to go even soon again. We still got the van there.
You still got the van?
The van's still there, rotting away.
We parked the Dustins.
No, it's parked at another mate's Miller.
Oh, okay.
Miller High Life. So, so he let us park it there, but I haven't chatted to him for a while. That's one problem. He's pretty mellow. And yeah, we want to go back. We want to, I don't know, check mates there and cruise and do a bit of beach life, even though it's probably pretty much gotten a lot busier there too, the beaches again.
Yeah. Would you, so the last time you were there, what jobs were you operating? How did you like survive there?
We did the van up, so then we stayed in the van after the first I was there for 4 months, and then Cammy, the wife, came later, and by that time I got the van pretty much ready, and then we took about a month or so, maybe 2 months, I can't remember, to fix it up and get livable, and then stayed in the van, so that was accommodation sorted, staying in campsites or staying there till about 10 o'clock and then cruising the streets and prowling and hunting for your next
spot,
sleep victim,
so
sleeping area.
You guys got bounced, nah? You're not allowed to dose in a van like in a random spot in America, nah? Or maybe in California where you were.
No, not really.
You got checked a lot. You had any run-ins with the cops there?
We were quite smart. We were parking in not industrial areas, but it's a small little town, St. Clemente. And then we just parked kind of outside mechanics shop. And it's pretty safe, all these mechanics, and they leave all their cars out, so you never know what, the cops won't know what's cutting. They generally don't come down.
That's fucking slip.
And then we leave in the morning, and we were doing carpentry, just maintenance and work on houses, painting and cutting and whatnot for a construction dude. And then we did that, which was probably the best earnings that we got, but then we chopped some boom up in Northern California.
Yo, can I ask you to sit a little bit closer to the mic, like maybe like this big distance, yeah. I was struggling a little bit to pick up your flippin' man voice.
Pick up my back.
Yeah, sure, that's fine, thanks. So you were cupping boom in California, dude.
Yeah, then we went to Northern California, and then
Cupping boom is like, it's not like,
just it's heavy.
wait, sawing trees, or where was this when you were working on the Dachaplatz?
Yeah, working on the marijuana fields there.
Yes, that's before.
So we pulled up there, we had a connection to get in,
Yeah.
and then we went there. I think it was the Halloween night. And then we pulled in there. It was crazy up in Northern California, and just it was quite an experience. Rocking up at Halloween, already in the woods, now with some creepy cats pulling out of the woodwork, flipping, dressed up and all. So it was quite crazy. Bands and all. It was cool, like a festival night.
On this place you were living? Just a festival in the town you were close to?
Yeah, like close by. Yeah.
Okay.
Not even in the town, like on a farm,
Wow.
middle of nowhere.
You saw some proper bands down there.
Yeah, some Irie reggae bands playing,
And
and,
that's it.
and then and then we went back to the farm that we were at, and that was where Eli was our friend, and he introduced us to this Mexican family. And then we worked there for maybe like just 2 weeks, and then they sent us to someone that they know, because they were quite nice, pretty chill dudes.
Okay.
Paid us well. We did some farm work, and we didn't do trimming, but farm work's way better.
Yeah.
And then we went to the other farm a bit south, like a 2 hours hour, just above like San Francisco, Mendocino. And then we
Wow.
trimmed there, but then we started cutting, just like trimming the nugs. And that was like flipping heavy. It was cold. We were staying in the van, luckily, because everyone else like has to stay either in the house or in the car.
Yeah.
So then
People dosing in the cars there, dude.
otherwise, if you're a doll, if you're a chick, and you hook up with the farmer manager, let's say, which there always is. We had a cool guy. He always bought beers and pizza and took us out, and very chill. But then if you're the chick, then you stay in like the main house and you're sorted.
Really?
Yeah. So then the dude's always got the doll.
Isn't that a bit weird though?
I wouldn't know.
Okay. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yes, see.
But I mean, it works. I guess it depends on both.
Yeah, as long you probably pick up if it was like a cuck vibe, you know, if there was a weird thing going on. But this
Yeah.
sounds solid, right?
No, this guy was chill. He was young. He's mellow. And that's all. He was just one manager, one guy. And he was like under the main dudes. So he's like just a farm manager and the trim manager, and just checking everything and sorting out. And then other guys take the stuff, they take it to wherever, to the cities, to wherever the drop-off is, and then they just haul it out in massive, like flippin' massive horse trailers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where do they take it from the farm? Is there a buyer? Is it like all legal? Is there some illegal business going on with these trades, or how do these cats move the product from the farm to the
When I was
consumer?
there, it was mainly illegal. The farms we were at both were. They said they were doing the paperwork, but that doesn't mean anything. So I don't think a lot of them want to go legal, because then they get fucked by the tax and all sorts of other things.
Regulations kicking in.
Yeah, then they'll start taxing on whatnot, low percentage, and then by the end of 5 years or 10 years, you'll be taxed like buggered up like any other business, or even more.
Next level, Dino.
Otherwise, it'll just get too flooded, the whole market anyway.
Yeah. It's probably
Which
going to
is also
happen soon,
good.
though.
So it takes it off the illegal market. and off the scudder stuff, and hopefully like that type of heavy stuff for 100 rand kind of fizzles out, you know. It's sprayed with doom and pesticides and what cuck.
That is the positive side to this.
But it was quite nice when it was illegal.
A little bit more exciting.
It was actually, I would say, more mellow. I would say my whole time driving to surf, let's say 5 years ago, every time I drove, I used to light up in the car, and very chilled. But that's also due to maybe the city, like PE, getting a bit busier, is that you feel a little bit more sketchy driving and smoking. But I used to drive and smoke, no worries, and light up on that beach stretch and cruise. Cops would, because then if it's illegal, it's not on their radar as such. It's like unknown, especially in South Africa, with our cops. They like will think it's like sage or fucking incense or something. But then now, because it's legal, it's definitely more on their radar, because it's people are using it like alcohol, so they do breathalyzers for alcohol. But if alcohol was illegal, they probably wouldn't do breathalyzers.
No, they probably do breathalyzers, bro.
Probably anyway, yeah. But with the boom, now they're gonna find some solution to find you if you goofed.
I don't think they're gonna find a solution. I mean, it's been like legal in the States for a while, and there was no... Okay, to my understanding, I'm not too educated on this. There was no like roadside testing for that. Maybe they would like smell a bit of boom in your car and then take you for a urine test. I think you'll have to pee to test for weed. But I've never really heard of that happening to anybody. Not in South Africa, at least. I don't know if you've had like any run-ins with people that, or know people that have like proper run-ins with the cops, but I've never met anybody that got tested for it. So yes, see, bro, if it reaches the point where they start testing for it, we're really turning into like a military state. No, yo, that would be fucking hardcore.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, we got a bit of a... So we are here in Cape St. Francis. We're sitting on Dean's deck. His brand new deck. It's flipping proper. And then we're having a lekker braai. The man is just quickly grabbing a coal that fell from the braai onto the ground. So we're just operating this. We got Ricky Bobby here, the man himself. Yes, see, 2 stompen. And then we're enjoying that Addo Brew Co Rhino Pils. That's what it's about. Yo. Dino. Hier in the ou man, bro. Afrig. You struggle with any back problems?
No. Just doing the deck alone, there's back problems.
Thought you would have like a strong back, bro. Because of all the surfing.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't have back problems, but it's just happened all day, bending up and down. Probably like, so you would have to do, I think it's like, this is 1,400 screws.
Yes, see.
So then you have to do 1,400 dots of a pencil for markers. You have to do 1,400 countersink holes.
Yeah.
Then you have to do 1,400 screw holes. And in between that you have to like probably do 1,400 spaces in between all the planks. So you're doing like thousands of up and downs all day. I'm buggered.
You'll feel that at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Luxem.
Addo Brew Co.
Addo Brew Co.
Rhinopolis. Rhinopils.
Do you know, did you fall in love with mountain climbing in France?
Yeah.
Or like, I'm not sure if mountain climbing is the correct term for what exactly you like doing.
I think
bouldering?
It is bouldering, I would say.
Bouldering.
I don't know all the lingo. There's a lot of lingo that goes with this stuff.
A lot of lingo, bro.
I guess like surfing, but surfing's like a lot of slang.
Yeah.
But this bouldering, yeah, it's quite cool. In France, Cammy's dad is bloody good. Old man. He's only, well, not old, he's only about 50, probably mid-50s, late 50s. And he's a strong bugger. Strong Frenchman.
6-pack, bro.
6-pack for sure.
Really?
This man he's probably, yeah. He's flipping fit. He's a bit bigger than me, which is not big. It's like, I don't know, I think, I haven't measured, but I guess I'm 5'5". My peel, and then I'm about no, so I'm about 5, I guess about 5'5".
Okay.
Maybe 5'6" pushing, I doubt it. But somewhere around there. So he's a small guy, but strong. And then we went,
Cammy's length. Is that where she gets the length from?
yeah. But he's bloody strong. That man peels hot potatoes with his hand. He's so strong from that climbing.
Yes.
Straight.
What's he here, Ricky?
Ricky's coming in.
And the man sitting on my lap here, having a jaw.
Rakesh Jetty.
Yes, Mr. Needy.
You got anything to say,
Rakesh
Rakesh?
Jetty, Ricky Bobby,
What's wrong with you now?
Ricard Botha, all the names.
He's funny.
Have you had a fall with the climbing stuff?
Before,
Like a
No,
proper
not too
fall,
bad.
like bouldering or like hurt yourself while
just small
doing it?
things. Just like a little bit of a twist in the ankle. Not
Yeah.
too bad. And then just like some cuts. But not too bad at all.
And your favorite spots to climb?
Yes, that forest in France was crazy. I mean,
The-
it is like a mecca, the forest of Fontainebleau. Fontainebleau. Bleu. Fontainebleau. Blue. So, yeah, that place is amazing. And the forest is nice because it's shaded and it's... In South Africa, it's a lot more like deserty. A lot more...
Okay.
In some areas, I would say, if you go inland here in Eastern Cape. But I'm sure I think in Grahamstown there's places, and Cape Town there'll probably be a lot more vegetation and that, but the desert stuff is quite intense.
Yeah.
So the
With
mountains...
that Alisdale climb, it was like an example of like a pretty extreme condition too. And then warm,
Alisdale,
out there in the sun,
ticks, lots of
Shit,
ticks. I
okay.
found like
nature
I think
vibes.
there was 2 or 3 ticks on me. Cammy had a tick, and they were tiny, like flipping
Those are the dangerous ones, bro.
little ones.
The
They
small ones.
like the grain of sand almost.
Yeah, right.
Big problem. So yeah, I would say the forest there in France is probably one of the best ones.
Okay.
But that's because it's pretty much one of the better places to climb. Like Boulder in, I guess, in the world, it's pretty well known.
Is there a lot of guys that boulder that are competitive, like known? Yossi.
1, 2,
Siri zooming in on our
Siri.
conversation here, bro.
yeah, they're always.
Are there a lot of people from France that are climbing, bouldering? I'm so unsure how to
Bowling's
construct that sentence.
popular there. I'd say it's probably, I don't know, I've never been sport climbing there. That's with the ropes and all, but bouldering is busy in the forest. There's lots of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yo.
There's people cruising in and out there, from all over the world. Germany, that's pretty close, but all over they're pulling in there. And bouldering's quite solid. I don't know about in South Africa. Doesn't seem. I don't know. It's pretty much underground still, but I guess the trend is slowly pulling in.
I only really learn of all the climbing stuff with you guys, and I saw the community grow a little bit. I mean, to the point where there's now a climbing gym in PE. I think it's called Valley Crags.
Valley Crags.
Valley Crags, bro.
Something like that.
That's a proper gym.
Yeah.
I think one of our friends also like basically built that place. And yes, but you guys go on the sickest nature missions to climb.
It's
You
flipping
go on
nice.
proper missions. My neighbor in Port Elizabeth, he's on his way to Van Stadens today to climb as well.
Is it?
Yeah, he's
Looks.
gonna No, the B Blizzy, Blaine.
Blaine, okay, yeah, he goes for it.
Yeah, these are like
Claps it.
proper. I
Yeah.
think the froths on that nature mission,
Froths.
the hike, and then probably hardcore climbing tunes me. They're probably going to climb until 8, 9 o'clock tonight.
Climbing at 28 what? B.
Yes.
28 B 6 A plus G minor.
Is that what they call the routes that you climb?
I don't know about the sport. I think the sport's like, I don't know, it goes up to a lot, like 30s and 20s and
Yeah.
whatnot. I don't know. But bouldering, I know it's like 5A, 5B, 5
Okay.
or something like that, or 5B or 5B plus or something like that. And then it goes to 10 or 8 or I don't know.
What are you looking for in bouldering?
Me,
What, like a 5B?
I
Whatever
don't
that
really
means.
go for anything. I don't really even know all those type of things.
A 5
But
chala chala?
I think I'm around about like 6s or so, six something.
Is that difficult? A little
I
bit
don't
more.
know. I guess it's alright for now. But it's quite fun. It's a lekker sport to do, other than surfing. Because surfing you have to like be on time in some sort of way, even though it's a chilled sport. If you want to get waves, you've got to be on it and get on the right tides and the winds and all. But then climbing, you just need good weather, and the weather that's like appropriate for the day of climbing, and then you
Good to go.
you can have a picnic, you can flip and chill, you can mellow, you can have a beer, you can have whatever, have a jointo, and then just cruise and climb and eat and then chill out. There's no time limit really.
When are
It's
you
nice.
heading out again? When are you going on a climbing mission again?
Maybe June.
In
Oh.
June.
You said climbing. Maybe tomorrow. Apparently, Luke said he might be going. So if he does, we might go to that lady slipper area.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. If not, we finally got a boulder pad thing for climbing.
I checked it.
Yeah. So now we can go. So we're gonna cruise to just here by the lighthouse. Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, it's like there somewhere.
Like this way.
Yeah.
Is there a bouldering spot there?
Yeah.
Yo. On
Then-
the like
Yeah,
on
it's
the
nice,
coast,
on
on
the
the sea
ocean,
line,
yeah.
there, on the ocean.
They don't put that in because then people will pull in there. Maybe.
Yeah, for like scrap that. There's not
Yeah.
a spot there.
Yeah, no, there's no spot.
Do you know? Tell me more about Kings of Cobble, the Cobbles event.
Kings of the cobbles.
Kings of the Cobble, King of Cobbles. I am
Cobbles
speaking
classic.
to the King of the Cobbles. Yeah,
The
King of
cobbles
Cobbles.
classic.
The it's a logging event
Yeah.
at.
Longboarding.
Should I say
Logging.
the location?
Yeah, cobbles.
Cobbles. Said
Everyone
it a few
knows
times
that
already. And you, how many times have you won that comp?
3.
2. You okay? So 1 year. When was the first time?
Ish. I don't know.
And then you won it 2 years in a row.
Might have, yeah.
Not sure.
I don't know. I can't remember really.
Is Cobbles your favorite spot to surf?
I would say, because it's not the best wave as like compared to Miller's in PE, but that doesn't really work as often. Hewlett's in St. Francis is, I would say, a bit better, and J Bay Point is bloody good, but then there's so many more people there.
Yeah.
And with cobbles, it's like you don't need much swell, and you never know what you're gonna get. So it's quite nice. There's always might not be as good of a wave, but there's a lot less people, a lot more space, if there is even a couple of people. So I would say because of that, but it's not the best wave.
Yes, but you went on solid missions when the president locked down surfing, no?
Presidente El Ciro Ramaphosa. so.
Yes, so you guys went on proper missions.
Yeah, Rama postponer thought he was going to postpone the surfing for us, but
You should have known.
it was pretty much a posse of two, and my partner in crime was my brother Sean, so it was quite lekker. Not many people wanted to do it, but we got a fishing license, so then we took fishing rods and our surfboards, and then sometimes hid them in the dunes there, and then we just surfed and come down afterwards, put the boards in the dunes and carried on. So then we just sank. But it's ridiculous.
Apparently you had a chopper fly over you one day.
Yeah, there was two choppers. One first went, which seemed like a normal kind of private chopper. Someone just taking a cruise. Maybe he pulled a little tittle-tail action on us. I don't know. And then this black chopper just pulled in. But by that time we were eating a bit of food on the beach, luckily, because we went in. So we were sitting there, and I had the rods pretty much in the sand. But then the boards were kind of just on the dunes. And then the second chopper came past. And then he went in a little bit into the distance. And then did a turn and came around again. And I was like, okay. He came around. And he did another loop. And then I said to my brother, now he was going in the same direction again over us. And I said to Sean, if he loops again, I'm definitely grabbing the rod and acting like I'm going to, just catching or fishing or whatnot in action, getting up. So then he flip and turns again.
No way.
Another turn.
No way.
And he came quite low. But I had my hat on, so he couldn't really check me out. I doubt they have that type of surveillance in South Africa that's going to check your back and all that type of stuff anyway. But
highly unlikely.
so, and then he cruised off. But then we just packed up and left after that anyway. But other than that, we saw a ranger or two, but they were quite mellow. They just said, if you get caught, you're going to get buggered up.
Oh shit.
That the cops are going to check you in the chook.
They warned you guys.
It's so slack in South Africa.
That's
So-
actually like a nice thing about South Africa, the fact that it's a little bit, there's a sense of lawlessness going on in South Africa that I really enjoy sometimes.
Yeah, you never get pulled over too much by the cops, and you don't get hassled, and I mean, you can drive for years without a license here.
Yeah.
I did that a while ago. Well, not a license for my driver's license, but a car license with those old cars. Flippin' it must have been 5 years. I got pulled over
Which
maybe
one?
once. The Bucky,
Variant?
the Bucky,
The Mazda.
the Toyota Corona.
Toyota Corona.
Yeah. Never
Yeah,
get
no.
pulled over.
So you were freestyling it with that bucket.
Yeah, even this car is flipping with backlogs of problems in the licensing department. Not good with that stuff.
I ran into a lot of. I was also brave with that flippin' bike. I was driving. It's still not like 100%, but I was driving around without a license, like without the lights on, and then the manna caught me.
Oh yeah.
I drove through a roadblock, and that homie was like, he eyed me 3 cars away. Was like, hey, pull in. So I pull in. Hits me with a 2,000 rand fine, dude, for not having my lights on, and this is like 12 o'clock in the day, not having my lights on and for not having a valid license. That was his that is what he wrote on the paper.
Heavy.
So yeah, bro, you can roll around until the day you get caught. It's just like in South Africa, it feels like it's a little bit less likely that you will get caught. Apparently, they really check you up in some countries. I mean, Europe's pretty strict. America is pretty strict.
Yeah.
So we're very lucky.
No, it is better.
What's your favorite country, Dino?
Jeez, I don't know. France is nice, but I haven't been there for long enough to say. I've only been there for like 3 months. Stayed there for 3 months. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Australia, nah. I'm sure there's nice parts, of course. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the best place would be.
Yeah, well, I think I'm also struggling with that, but my favorite spots is probably between Amsterdam and France.
Yeah.
In those two countries, I really enjoyed that place. Seychelles was on top of the list as well.
Yeah. Island vibes.
Solid island vibe. Solid, like movie style, blue beaches, white sand,
Yeah.
nobody around. You swim in there, go snorkeling, you see moerse visse, mermaids, the whole flipping Japan, bro.
You can eat lekker vis there.
Yeah, you eat proper fish. The cheapest, so they had a spa on that island there. Spar, bro.
Yeah, no.
They charge you like, I think it was like 500 rand a steak or something ridiculous like that. One patat, one sweet potato would cost you like, I think was like one, would cost like 60 to 90 rand for a sweet potato.
That's the price of a steak.
Yeah, so what my friend Heinrich ended up doing was they went to like they had these local cafes.
Yeah.
And they would sell at a lot cheaper rate. And then when we wanted takeaways, we went down to the beach and there was locals that had little like stallikies.
Oh, lekker.
That they fried fish, like all these crazy fish, and they flippin' made. I think a big thing there was mango achar, or like this balsamic mango salad thing that they made. Yeah,
nice.
It was really nice. So a meal like that would be 60, 70 rand. Fresh meal, nice fish, a little bit of rice, a little bit of salad, right by the beach. Yeah, and it was proper, dude.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Fresh.
One thing that's interesting about like Seychelles is they have a massive heroin problem.
Wow.
For some reason, there's like a trafficking thing going through Seychelles where, I don't know, it's like a nice route to transport heroin apparently. I might be wrong on this as well. It's not like I've read up on this. It's like word of mouth story. So it's a pretty interesting flippin' little island there.
Seychelles.
And it has a proper infrastructure.
I've never been.
I've got I would say this one is really nice.
You've only got one. You only got two left.
Please, I brought them for you, bro. It's for our guests. Yes, see.
The guests. Addo Brew Co. Rhino Pils.
Rhino Springs.
How's your Rhino Pill?
This one is nice. It's a really nice batch.
It is good.
Proper Nam Shamalan.
No, it's nice.
Okay, skiris.
Yeah.
Let me hit you with some stuff here, bro.
What you got? Yo, this is fresh carbonation. This beer.
Oof, fresh carbonation. The old band days. When did you start playing drums? How old were you? High school vibes, primary school vibes?
Must have been when I was about, I would say 14, 15, 16, around that era.
And then did you play bands in that time?
I don't think in like the first couple of years, but then when I went to probably
Ricky.
Senior, what do you call it? Senior school.
High school?
High school, yeah. Senior.
Dean.
I can't even remember that stuff.
Senior school.
I
missed that one.
The quicker I was out of there, the better.
Not schmarking school.
Mm-hmm. It was chill for the friends, but other than that, nah. I think people can do a lot better with their time. Or like, you can put a lot of better knowledge into your time.
Yeah.
instead of like flipping. It's all good and all learning all the history, but there's a lot of things that they don't teach.
Yeah.
They talk a lot about accounting. What's that? You don't want to be an accountant.
I stopped doing
There's a lot of
accounting in
people.
grade 11, bro.
It's like they want to produce accountants. A couple of carpentry dudes. I think I was the last year. Must have been 2000 and... What? 2005. That I cruised out of there. That right?
Yes, how old are you now, bro?
33.
You're
Nearly 4 in the next week.
I checked. Next Friday is your birthday.
On a Friday.
It's next Friday.
Yeah.
Checked. Yeah, no. You're definitely my oldest friend with a six-pack still. Yeah, no. You can be proud of that.
What fuck?
You're probably the only 34-year-old I know with a six-pack.
What are you talking about? 34? It's not that old.
It's flipping
Even
old.
though it is old, but for me, but I'm saying it's not old.
6 years we're 40. Like, I still got some time on you. You're a bit older than me, unfortunately. But we're heading for 40s, bro. The next big one is 40.
I can't rock a boop.
No, but you never will.
You never know.
I mean,
Depends
you
what you're into, but you gotta keep active.
live a certain lifestyle that I think would never allow you to have a book.
For now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe when you know what, Nate? Maybe when the kids and stuff start rolling, and it changes a bit, you know.
Yeah, kids
Like
happen.
we're always talking like we.
You don't flip and surf as much, but that's up to you. It depends on your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You can surf, you can travel, you can do everything. People have done it before. Done expeditions on the flipping sailboats and all. So there's no excuse. It's just people. I think it's up to you what you decide to be.
Yeah.
You can be at home and clean up nappies all day, or you could you could be cruising somewhere and taking the kid on a whole journey, or working in the garden and whatever it is. But I'm sure it's hard. I can't really talk.
Do you know? But back to the drumming now. So we took a turn with this story now, bro. So you started drumming when you were like 14, and then somewhere you started doing like getting a bit of education in drumming as well, no?
Yeah, pretty much from the beginning. Maybe the first year or so I was just hoeing a little bit of things, little peep up boops, and then I think I got like a teacher in the beginning, like a tutor dude, he was good, and Twain. I think he was my first like teacher, and then from there I learned a little bit of like theory stuff, like how to read music, but not too much. It didn't really. The theory side of things don't last with me.
Don't resonate with you.
Nah, I would rather just like listen to a song or watch someone surf rather than flipping getting taught it.
Yeah.
In a way. Yeah, I'm sure you can get taught to play better with a teacher, but with reading music, it is very good if you want to go into the field of like orchestras and all that type of thing, and I don't know, even into what
Recording maybe as
recording, all that Joel. So it does help, but
Dean, but that's like one of
Mission for
my
me.
favorite things about like the way you drum is like the style, and I think from maybe having a problem with the theory side of drumming, you develop like a flippin' unique style, bro. I've never met anybody that plays the drummer like you. In the sense that there's a sense of style and a sense of relaxedness to your drumming that I find flippin' intriguing, where I've been surrounded by like mooring the drums. We're fucking mooring the drums tonight, people.
yeah.
With the exception of Francis fucking Brook, who's like a angel behind the drums, but like between
Angel
you,
man that sings and all.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
he is crazy behind the drum set, and he has an angel voice, dude.
Jeepers.
Songbird of our time, right?
7'10".
Flippin' hell. But yeah, I think you like Dean Simpson and Francis Brook are probably my favorite like local South African drummers.
I haven't even
Hands down,
I haven't
bro.
even played enough for you to say that. It's been one gig, two, couple of jams.
Nah, I've been around you for years, bro. I found a clip the other day on my computer where we loaded up the bakkie and we head up to down to the valley and we set up the drums
Oh,
there,
yeah,
and then we made this little video thing, and and that was way back in like 2015, 2016.
That's bad. It's
What?
bad playing.
Bad playing.
Bad playing for me.
What?
Rusty. Rusty as a rusty nail.
I don't know. You got this right hand thing going on the ride. I don't understand that, bro. You got that flipping down. Some kind of like develop rhythm, even
Yeah.
on the bass drum, like a little
Yeah, there was
quick little double tap.
lots of
You showed me
training.
the paradiddle stuff,
Yeah,
which is flipping intriguing. You start slow, you start playing faster.
yeah.
It's impressive, bro.
But there was also I went to Australia to a thing. I went to J Bay and stayed there for like a drumming type of whole year. So I did that. So there was quite a few things. So I played a lot. I like drumming and all. I just haven't really found. Not too good with finding people to play with that has this similar type of thing. It's like a couple of people. It's like Quentin, like tall thief, man.
The
Yeah.
tortif.
Yeah, tall thief.
Yeah,
So
man.
tall thief is interesting and cool to play with.
Hands in pocket way back in the day.
Pockets,
The
yeah.
Gabe Stein, Dr. Gabe Stein,
Dr. G,
Dr. Bass Line.
Dr. Lang Prang. And yeah, other than that,
So how did
it's quite tricky to meet those types of people.
how did the
And I like the
Okay,
outdoors.
so with Quint and Stein, you guys were jawling. When I met you, you were jawling Hands in Pocket. You were playing drums for Hands in Pocket. So Quint was singing,
Yeah.
Stein was on the bass, and you were on drums. And then it evolved into Tall Thief.
But that's just Quint by himself
Okay,
mainly now.
it's basically solo Quint.
Yeah, I guess.
Quint
I don't know
solo.
if that's his full-on change of name that he's choosing. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Like even if I doubt we would all play again too many times. I mean, Gabe, he's in Transkei pretty much, and Quinty's moving to
J-Bay.
J-Bay. But then I might be here, I might not be here, I might be in France.
cinematic.
You never know.
The
There's
mystery
quite a
man.
mish. There's quite a mish. But we might be here. We'd probably go to France for like 3-4 months from June this year. And then after that, come back and stay here for maybe a couple, like at least another 6 months or whatever it is, 8 months.
Okay.
Don't know, depending on what we found there.
Let's give you another biertjie.
Yes. Okay. May as well get on it. Runnerpools coming hot.
Listen, so how did Hands in Pocket get started? How did you guys form that band? Is it a high school band?
No. I don't know, not a high school band. I think they weren't even in different schools. We all played actually in church together back when I was in the church operation.
Addo Brew Co.
Addo Brew Co clicking. Rhino pills.
Rhino
Quite a
pills,
tasty
baby.
beverage.
It's lekker in there. Yes.
In between beer, that's all good for every weather.
We still have a lot here. Martin sorted us out, bro. Yo,
M-Dog,
the M-Dog. The other man himself.
Scorsese.
Scampy.
Martin Scorsese.
The man himself.
You should make a beer called Scorsese's.
Well, after this, maybe. Yeah.
But I think Hands in Pockets, I think it was just Quint is the main guy, which obviously he's made all the songs and he's kind of can do it with or without people. He's looping and all that.
The magician.
Story. Yeah. So can't really remember when we started that, but it wasn't crazy. It wasn't like we did it like full time every day, every week or anything. It's only a few times, which made a couple of gigs, I guess.
It's flipping. Yesterday that night, I only saw a handful of Hands in Pocket shows. I think I saw like maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Saw the one in the house down in St. George's Park.
Yeah.
And then I saw the one at the house with the swimming pool down in Warmer or up in Warmer, where the fuck ever.
Yeah, in Warmer Ryan's house.
Yes, and I enjoyed those shows so much. You know, I'm like bummed that there wasn't more.
Yeah.
It was like actually a very rare occurrence, a very rare experience.
Yeah, there was only a few.
You know, I got some pictures here that I got from Instagram that I want to show you, and then I just want your feedback on it, like what your experience was there.
What's this?
Okay, here's the first one.
Oh yes.
What? Dean styling out on a staircase. I think there's somewhere in America.
Carpeted staircase.
Carpeted staircase swag. Cammy's styling out on the staircase as well. They got a homie with them.
Leather.
What is going on here, Dino?
Like a pale blue leather jacket. It's like above the hips.
A little bit of a beard, long hair.
I called myself. This was my what do you say, alter ego for the night. It was my dude was John Wayne. So I slicked back my hair, which just doesn't normally happen. So I put my hair slicked back. I wore the granny's, I think the granny's pants, so they were like flared out, weird on the hips.
Styling.
And then like I can't remember the shoes, maybe even fellies.
Yeah, you were wearing fellies.
And then just I can't remember the shirt, but then like a pale, like a baby blue leather jacket. And then Eli, he was also wearing some crazy stuff. Cammy was also looking like she was from like the, I don't know what that era, maybe the flippin' 50s.
Yeah.
The 60s, 50s, 60s. And then that was, I think I just got back from, let me think. We just got back from Costa Rica and then we went there and then Eli met us. And it was pretty much the first night that I actually got a joint too, like some weed in Las Vegas, because Costa Rican stuff was like, it was horrible. It was like, it was seeds and black. I'm sure you can get all right stuff somewhere.
No way.
But the first day or two that we got there, I saw stuff and I was like, okay, I'm done. That's it for this trip. I'm not gonna have a smoke. We just chilled and then just did our thing. So then I got back to Las Vegas and we did this dress up with Eli and then went out to the strip, like the strip in Las Vegas where all the whole casinos are and all the whole deal.
The strip you always see on the movies.
Yeah, and then I even asked, we went to a dispensary, so I haven't smoked in like whatever, a month or whatever it is. And go to the dispensary and I just say to him, just give me the strongest stuff. That's it. The strongest stuff, and he gives me some stuff that's called
Cryptochronic bubonic.
It was like Jesus something with Jesus and cheeses of Jesus, I don't know.
That's it.
And then
higher power.
I took this thing and just before I took it and I rolled it in the car. And then we just walked out the car park and I smoked it just before entering. And it was the old strip, so it wasn't the new strip actually. The new Las Vegas, it was like the old one that's been there for ages. But still was busy and lots of lights. And this stuff made my heart beat like like 1,000 miles just cruising.
Adrenaline hit, bro.
And these lights were going, and we were dressed up, and it was like a psychedelic trip. It was just like too much going on.
Very strong weed.
And I only had like, I bought a joint, actual like 1 gram joint or half a gram joint.
Yeah.
And I split that thing probably into about 3 or 4 hits, or 3 or 4 joints, like split it up with tobacco or whatnot. And that stuff still
Moved you.
was a heart racer. I don't know what it was, flipping something with Jesus in it, but it was intense.
Dino, I've got another photo for you.
Yeah, that was just traveling in the van in, I think that is like Northern California, not Oregon, but before.
Big Sur.
Oh yeah, Big Sur. I think Big Sur's. Yeah, I'm not sure really. I get confused sometimes.
It looks like a coastline with
It's nice.
roads and like water just splashing up to the fucking road.
Yeah, you can get down there sometimes. There's lots of beaches, but that coastline is one of the best things to flipping drive along.
What was the deal? Were you guys heading somewhere? Were you just checking out the scene, or what's?
We were
what was
either
going-
heading up north to Trim, or we were going down back towards Southern California. But either way, it was super nice, that drive in the van.
Yo, it looks scenic, bro.
Yeah, it's one of the best drives. I never knew why people. Well, obviously you know why people go on nice drives around, like whatever, the world or the
Yeah,
countryside, or go traveling in their cars. But it was like amazing driving along that route, and you saw crazy things and stopped wherever, and it was really cool.
Check
Super
this
cool.
photo. This is the last photo.
Mexico. Tacos.
Contest surfing, or is that just like
That was just mellow, I think.
some crazy location, Dean? Sayulita,
Sayulita.
Nayarit.
Yeah, it was nice. Can't remember how south that is, but south, pretty south Mexico, maybe the middle of Mexico on the coast. But it's, super nice.
What's the vibe down there? Small towns, like
Like
desolated,
villages.
developed. Like, what's the deal?
There's like cities and all close by, but it's huge, that place, and lots of little villages and like settlements in some sort of way. Dusty, but the beach is amazing, and they've always got tacos everywhere. Flipping tacos are the best things, and the waves are bloody good. Nice water, food's amazing, and people are pretty much chilled.
Do you know? Would you, on the topic of working, bro, would you want an 8 to 5, or do you prefer freedom?
Freedom.
Every time.
Yeah.
Why do you choose freedom?
Well, no, I don't know. I'd rather just do what I want to do, because I guess that's all you've got to do. Unless you want to do someone else's stuff, that's cool. And depending if how much money you want and all that, but I think you can do your own stuff and make money and be free pretty easily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily an 8 to 5, but I wouldn't really do an 8 to 5 for myself. Depending, maybe if I found something that I really liked and someone said, hey, here's 20 grand or 10 grand, maybe I would consider it. If it's something cool to learn something, shaping or woodwork stuff, or whatever it is. If it's like something you like, but that falls into something that you like,
Yeah.
I guess. So that doesn't really matter, but other than that, nah.
Fuck a job, dude. Fuck a job.
No, I'm not really good at that. I've never been in that situation.
I fucking respect you for that. I think you're a big inspiration for me when it comes to that. I think best bra ever, and even this podcast thing is my kind of expression in that sense that is my thing that I have control over. I have no boss. It's no 8 to 5. So I think in a lot of that has to do with hanging out with you, like kind of seeing a person that doesn't function on the normal routine of going through the 8 to 5 routine, and you still flipping operating, bro. It's flipping awesome. Dean, I know you have a profound love for vinegar. So, so would you choose pickles or what do you call those little things?
Cornichons, those French things.
Yeah, or biltong.
Biltong or those?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Cornichons or deaf?
Deaf?
Yeah.
What do you mean deaf?
Cornichons or deaf, dude?
My,
you have to decide
my
which
ears.
one. Yeah.
No, I would choose my ears. I wouldn't go deaf.
So what? Cornichons or biltong?
I don't really know. So 50-50. I would maybe go for those exact cornichons. Just because I like vinegar too much. And then biltong, you can always replicate something similar. But what I've found is, you can have saucisson, the French, like kind of sausage, like salami type. You can have lots of things that are close to biltong. But cornichons,
like
the exact cornichons that they make there in that bloody France.
Change your life.
I don't know. You can't. They're priceless. You can't find them. No one can do them better. And that's the best thing for like sour taste buds.
On the topic of cornichons, what country, what food, what is your favorite food in the world, bro? What stood out to you? Mexico, America, France? What were you frothing on?
It's just a mishmash of food, I would say. It's like, I mean, they got some things, but I would say what stands out there is Mexican food, which is tacos and fip and burritos and all that type of story. So I would say tacos is one of my favorite food, for sure. Up there. I would pretty much choose a taco, a good original taco from authentic taco from Tarraco. I would rather choose that than the burrowurst roll.
Okay.
It's serious.
It's that serious.
That taco is flippin' banging. So
Wow.
I would say
It must be a fucking experience.
Mexican food's great, and I would say Italian food, I don't know, whatever, pizza and pasta. I like pasta a lot. And I like chips. Potato chips. Normal, like oven fried chips.
Yes, chips.
Very good. Go with a
I'm
lot.
pretty sure I'm addicted to chips.
And mussels and chips. You can have fish and chips. You can have flippin' everything in chips.
Steers has this thing called a cheesy chip. Dino.
I've
That's
never
my
ever
shit right
tried
there.
that stuff. Cheesy cuck. Cheesy. That should be called cheesy shits.
Maybe on your stomach, bro, but that stuff works for me. It's damn
They
lekker.
pump that cheese sauce out of that flippin'
That's it.
that
That's
old
it.
thing. No, that thing hasn't
I
been
know.
cleaned in 5 years. Apparently
That's where the flavor comes from.
there's some worms in those things. I've heard about
Apparently.
it.
I love those worms, bro. I fuck with that cheesy chip so hard.
You know what I heard?
What do you heard, bro?
I have a story. I don't know who told it to me, but it was quite recent in the last month. And this chick said that her friend, I think it was her friend, she was also telling the story. She got completely turned off from like fast food.
Yeah.
So this friend, let's call her old Martha. Old Martha went to KFC, McDonald's, Steers, whatever, Burger King, whatever you
All of them in one day.
No, just pick one. I can't remember which one it was. But they're all the same thing.
Okay.
They all have the same workforce worldwide, which is like cheap labor. South Africa, most places, like it would be cheap people, well, not cheap people, sorry, but like cheap, like labor. So then this chick, old Martha, bit into a chip. Was having a good day, and she went to get some fast food, and she just carried on eating, and she just bit into a chip.
Yeah.
Martha's a little bit of background. She's a mother. She has kids, so she knows a thing or two about, let's
Chips.
say, what goes on in life.
Okay, yeah.
So she bit into this chip, and it stank like shit.
Oh, the story just turned fucked up.
A shit chip. And she said, there's human feces in the chip. In there.
How does she know it's human feces?
In the chip.
Is she like a specialist in that?
She just said
She knows life.
she's a mom and she knows what shit smells like.
Ugh.
And apparently there's been a thing with employees of certain
Ugh.
franchises
Yeah,
that are bummed out or maybe leaving and saying, oh, bugger off, I'm out of here.
I'm cucking in the course.
I'm gonna cuck in your chip fryer. Then you get a
Here's
chip,
some chocolate.
then you get some poo like right up in your chip or on your chip or around your chip. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it can be in the chip. But
Yeah, I don't prefer that.
that's a poop chip.
That's a poop chippy, bro. So what's your plan forward? Do you know what's happening from here?
We'll just mellow out here for a while and then maybe go check France later on in June.
You coming back? We're
Yeah,
leaving
man.
a man again.
No, then we'll probably come back within like 3 months or so.
Okay. I wonder what's gonna happen. Like, when are you guys gonna be able to travel? Is it open again? Is it closing again? Like,
I
what the
don't know.
fuck's going on?
COVID.
Fucking harsh COVID vibes.
Yeah, we'll see. It's chilled.
Heinrich tuned me in England. They're on still like a hard lockdown.
It's quite mellow here in old South Africa right now.
Yeah, it's very mellow.
Quite
Definitely,
Very chilled.
it's like calming down. Like, I saw a few people from the hospital in the town I work earlier this week at work, and they told me that things are very relaxed at the hospital right now.
Yeah.
So, not relaxed, just like things are quieting down a bit. So maybe we're in a good spot.
No.
And I heard they're also starting to vaccinate now in
Vaccination.
in South Africa. So that's also a good thing, bro. At least that's like
Yeah.
happening.
I guess. Depends, you know.
What?
Would
Depends
you
on what.
would you get it? Are you gonna get it?
I think so, yeah.
You're gonna pop it.
I'm gonna wait a while, but I'm gonna pop it eventually, maybe in like 6 months, 7 months from now. You know what I think is gonna happen, and I think you guys are gonna be victims of this. Is I think by the time you guys can go to France, or by the time you walk through the airport, they're gonna tune you. We want to see your vaccination certificate.
I think it may be sometime soon. It seems like that's gonna happen. But it says, I think something like, I saw something from Mr. Old President Cyril Ramaphosa, and he said that travel restrictions and you won't be, like you will be allowed to travel without vaccinations and all that
Okay,
type of thing.
Okay.
So that's good for now, but it seems like it would be a card that they would use.
The Illuminati would use against
These
us.
dudes, whatever the dudes are, they were going to use it
Those dudes
to make money.
must
or
smoke a
whatever.
bit of boom sometime.
Dudes, they probably do anything.
Probably do other things.
Yeah, they're the dudes. They do whatever they want.
The dudes.
Dudes, don't worry. It's cause havoc.
Skiris, I want to thank you for the chat. Thank you for the friendship. It's been a solid 5 or 6 years already.
Yep.
I met you in 2015. We
Yep.
in 2021. It's 6 years. And the shot for the chat, bro. I think we're gonna look back at this in a few years and be so stoked that it happened.
No.
Any final shout outs? Any people you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, your man, your pan, your sissy and your bra and your whatnot.
Oh, lekker, bro. Shot, Skiri, bro. Thanks for the chat.
Oh, wait.